welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Andy, sometimes Mouse, and I talk about books and book-related things. And today I am talking about the Clear Your Shit mini readathon, the third one in a row. It is a little bit wild to me that we have been doing this for, well, year 4 is coming up in November, and I am incredibly grateful for everyone's participation and encouragement and the people that have been here from year 1. I wanted to talk about not just the mini readathon announcement, but some of the changes and shifts that are coming to Clear Your Shit itself and the way that it is managed. Nothing big is happening. We are not ending the readathon. I realize those words are really scary, so I wanted to give kind of an update, and I've talked off and on about this and worked on it off and on for the last 6 months, but because of my life changing and shifting, I have worked really hard to automate a lot of the processes that happen with Clear Your Shit. I also, in January, moved the website over to a Wix website, which has been really helpful. I think that the layout there is really pretty. My end goal here is to have everything in one-stop shop other than the text-based story updates. I'm still gonna schedule those out on my blog because that is kind of the easiest way to do that for me. I don't have to think too hard about that. With that being said, I did move the shop into the Wix website, so the shop is now available through there. It's still shipped through Printful, which is the drop shipper that we use, and I also recognized a few things that I kind of dropped the ball on. There were several products that were kind of irrelevant at this point, so I went ahead and took those down. There were some sweatshirts that were no longer available, so if you have the original Clear Your Shit sweatshirts, 2 different versions now at this point. There will be the one with the curse word still in it, and then the fleece-lined one. But the Bella Canvas brand, that is no longer available, so I have now switched them over to the Gildan brand, which honestly works better because now all of the shirts and the sweatshirts are available up to 5XL. I also, and I've been really transparent about this, I charge the same price for all of the shirts. So if you're wondering why is this extra small kind of expensive, it's because I want to make sure that the 5XL pricing it's the same. I want it to be the same across the board, honestly and transparently. I also made it so that the shipping is the same for no matter what products you get. Before, the shipping kind of varied depending on the product that you bought. I made it a flat rate and then adjusted the pricing. Some of the pricing has been increased, and that is definitely for inflation and also to account for the fact that I do a lot of the management of the shop and that kind of thing on my own. I also am living off of a single income now, and paying for the website and all of that is a little bit expensive. So this just kind of will offset that for me. And I'm always transparent about those decisions. I still don't make a ton off of any of those products, but I wanted to make sure that they were still available and that they were in a place that doesn't, take you to a whole brand new website and then you have to deal with all of that. It is now all in the same website. With that being said, also, Twitter is seemingly dying, right? They've been saying this for about a year now. Am I gonna leave Twitter? No. Is Clear Your Shit still gonna happen on Twitter? Yes. But with some concerns around that, I've considered a couple of different options, and I think what I'm going to look further into is Wix has a forum option, but I also know that there are other forum options out there. I used to play text-based RPG things, story things, role-playing, whatever. I did those, so I know how to make a forum, damn it. With that being said, though, I think that I'm gonna work on creating a forum. I think that will be a good place to reference for questions people have already asked, that kind of thing. I do want to keep the Discord, obviously. I love the Discord. I think the community there is great. But I also think that if you're not somebody who wants to be checking something constantly and just, get an email notification when someone replies to a post you made, I think that having a forum is a good place for that, and I think I can add it to the Wix website without adding extra charges. I just need to see what security controls there are there, because I'm really particular about security and it's really important to me. So I want to make sure that that is taken care of before I even think about publishing it. I have an additional moderator this year, which is Phil. Phil is my best friend, one of my best friends, and he basically hangs out in the Discord and tells you if you asked a question that was on the FAQ already, because I got tired of doing it. That's really what Phil is doing for me, which I super deeply appreciate. I also have a few people that are working with me to make sure that my posts and stuff are spell checked or make sense, or that I'm not messing something up. I am really grateful for those people because this is, you know, I don't know if everybody knows, but I work a full-time job. I also am Bella's assistant, Hella Bella Tattoos assistant, and I also work for my dad with his tech business. And then I do mouse reads, and then I do the readathon. And also I manage a home by myself. So I have a lot going on. So sometimes there are typos, there's stuff I've missed. Every year there's stuff I've missed or misscheduled or whatever. And so I'm working really hard to avoid that as best as possible. And I just want to thank everybody for being so patient with us as we have figured things out year after year to make this readathon better and better. Every year there's more and more of you, and I am just really, really grateful for you. Even if it doesn't always seem like it, or it seems like we get really frustrated, or like you're not allowed to ask questions, etc. That's not the case. It's just really frustrating when we work really hard to make things understandable, and you're not using the self-service options we've provided for you, like the FAQ, etc. So those, if we ever seem frustrated, it's probably because, like, well, we answered that enough times that we put it on the FAQ. That's the other thing. I do plan in the next couple of days, so it should be done by the time this video goes up, to put the FAQ fully on the website and not just have it on my blog. And I also want to revamp that and organize it in a way that, you know, is a little bit more sensible. But I need to play around with the formatting of that. I want it to be easy to navigate. Now on to the actual mini readathon announcement. I'm really excited about this. This one is Your Future Awaits is the theme. It is tarot themed. I am a big fan of tarot, so is Art. We had a lot of fun putting together the prompts and the theming and the story for all of it. I will give you the disclaimer that narrator thinks tarot readers are scam artists. I don't want anybody to be offended by that because I don't personally feel that way. I have, you know, 4 decks in the house right now. But I just think that it would be fun for narrator to be like, sounds fake but okay, despite all of the magic that has happened in narrator's life thus far. So I thought that that was a really fun inclusion, and you will see a lot of that popping in. I also think that this year will be really interesting in terms of growth for both narrator and Ariadne, and there are some changes coming to Shelfla by the end of the big readathon this year, so you can expect to see that. But for the mini readathon, we have officially released the schedule, and as of last Thursday, and let me pull that up so that I can reference it for you. The schedule is obviously April 20th, Art's birthday is when we released the schedule. That's what we do every year. May 15th is when we're going to release the prompts and the bingo board, including the blank bingo board. I want to make a TBR layout at some point, but I'm not sure if I will, because you guys usually just make them and they come out so beautiful and they're so much better than anything I could make. The mini readathon officially starts on June 1st, and then the next post will be on June 4th, and then from then on it will be every Sunday and Wednesday, I believe, is when the next story updates happen. It's one card at a time, one prompt at a time, realistically, so that gives you guys a little bit more of a wiggle room. Instead of a free space this year, there is going to be a little bit of a surprise for that bingo card, so you will, it says it in the schedule straight up, your cards reveal surprises, so you guys will see what that is, and it kind of pulls in that like fun surprise element that we have in the big readathon, and I wanted to include that. You can also expect for the big readathon for us to continue this esoteric theming. It is not going to be tarot cards, but there is going to be that like witchy, magical, esoteric thing in the big readathon. And I'm not going to give you any more hints than that, but I think that that is a good hint from there. But as we are moving into our 4th year here and our 3rd year of a mini readathon, I just want to say, you know, thank you for everything, and thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your support. It really truly means a lot to me. Every year I'm like stressed out about this, and I have so much fun doing it, but every year I'm like, oh my god, I have to advertise for this, I have to make content for this again, but you guys make it worth it every year. And so if I ever seem like I'm complaining about it, I'm really not. It's just stressful sometimes, keeping up with everything and making sure that you know, our references that we make with things like the weapons and the fears and not fears, but the weaknesses and strengths. We work really hard to make sure that our references are up to date and are tongue-in-cheek without being offensive. Same thing with narrator. I work really hard when playing that character to be rude without being offensive. Not that I actually don't have a hard time not being offensive. That's not that hard, but I want to make sure that I'm not hurting anybody's feelings unintentionally, right? Outside of the normal narrator behavior. So with all of that being said, that is it. That is my readathon announcement for the mini. You can look forward to another announcement for the end of the year readathon. My dog is freaking out for some reason though. That's weird. So I'm gonna go see what that's about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that it was really short and sweet, and that's usually how my announcements go when I don't have narrator and Ariadne with me to argue with each other about it. But I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoy, and you might be meeting a new character in the mini readathon, and I'm quite fond of her, actually, so stay on the lookout for that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys again on Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys want to know more about the readathon that I don't talk about in the official videos, my vlogs are a good place to hear me rant and ramble about them, so don't forget to like and subscribe and share if this is your jam. If you have any recommendations, suggestions, questions, you can put them down here, or on the Wix website we actually have a contact us form, so you're more than welcome to go there too. I hope you guys are having a great rest of your day. Don't forget to take your meds, drink your water, and do something today to take care of yourselves. Okay, thanks, bye.